What's up, guys? We're back with some more Minecraft. So, what are we doing today?
Indeed, we are. Well, I thought it'd be a good idea because I've seen a lot of comments on our Minecraft series that we do. Where they're like, "Oh, dude, your builds are sick. I just don't know how to build like that." And in this video, I kind of want to go over the 5 easy steps I do to make my builds look the way they do, just to kind of simplify it. Because going from A to Z isn't easy, pun intended, but it's not easy. Um,
Shouldn't it be easy,
and it's
not
it's
easy?
it's not easy. There it is. But yeah, the idea of it is I'm going to show you 5 easy steps to get to this kind of template idea to a finished build down there that you've seen in the thumbnail. Um, right, should we get going?
Of course we should.
Okay. So step one, first thing I always do is whenever you're building something, know the template, know what you're building, and map out the area. Now, this helps because then you know how much area you need. Obviously, I'm building on a super flat, but say for instance you was building this in like a different kind of biome, like a hills biome, and there's like a mountain here. You could, what I actually often do is carve out a little area of the mountain and back it up into the mountain, so I've got like an escape route into the mountain, or you can make a secret mine shaft or something like that. So planning where you're putting your build is really important. Also important is to plan your garden as well, because for instance you'll see in the final build we have a massive garden just added on, and I think it complements the build massively. So that might be something you want to do as well. Is if you're going to have a garden, plan it before you build the full build because it will help.
I mean,
Number two.
I kind of see this shaped as a H, and I'm kind of wondering why you do that. But anyways,
That's just the design I went for. Definitely nothing to do with the fact that I'm called Harry and it's first letter of my name. Anyway, yeah. So we start from the floor plan and then you build up, obviously. But there's a simple pattern you'll see here. All of the walls follow a kind of, well, not all of them. Most of the walls follow a kind of odd number kind of pattern. Like this wall here is 5, this one is 5, this one is 5, this is 3, and that kind of repeats, other than this one. This will be an even number, and from here to here will be an even number, and from here to here will be an even number. And the reason that is because I didn't do my planning very well, to be honest, when I was building this. That's kind of the reason that's like that. But also, you'll see that there is, it's just 3 rectangles, if you really think about it. This is 3 rectangles. You've got a rectangle here, just to simplify it. That's a massive rectangle. And then you've got a rectangle along here as well, as you can see. And there's one at the other end as well. So it's if you think about it like that, building becomes a lot more easy because you're not thinking about it as oh, look at all these weird shapes that I don't know how to do. There's just rectangles. Just place rectangles down and hope for the best. It's kind of what I normally do. But planning is really important. Once you've built these walls up, you can see it's starting to look a little bit more like a house. It's still very bare bones. The next step I would do from here is to place a frame around the building, like this. Now, frames are important because, well, they're important. This will not only make your build look better, but it will also make it not look so 2D, because it gives it kind of a bit more, presence, a bit more atmosphere, gives it a bit more of a housey look. Now, this is really important because you now know where your roof is going to go, and it also helps you plan your build a bit better. Also, the weird part is making this frame on the outside will give you more room on the inside, and I'll explain that later. We haven't modified the inside yet, but it will give you more room on the inside, I promise. It will make sense in a minute.
yeah,
But
because
yeah,
if
once
you
you've done
look
the frame,
inside, this looks very bare bones right now. It looks all
yeah,
cramped,
there's
and you
not
got no room.
there's not much room. It is very, very small in here. Like I can't imagine having this as a bedroom or a kitchen or anything like that. It's very, very cramped and small. And you can imagine if you had a roof at this height. Most people in Minecraft just build flat roofs like this. Like being under this makes this house feel absolutely horrible. Like you wouldn't want to live it. I'd be claustrophobic as hell.
Yeah, for real.
Be disgusting. But we don't do that on this channel because one of us is a good builder and the other one's really good at criticizing. So we normally
It's
do quite
shit,
well.
dude. It's shit.
I know.
Oh,
It's alright, I wasn't much of an achiever at school. I've missed a block. Oh, I'm glad no one saw that. That's not like that's on the internet forever. Anyway, um, in this build, as you can see up here, we've added a roof. Now, I went for a kind of low-down barnyard kind of rustic look, and I think it looks really cool. Because of the way these A-frames are, by the way, an A-frame is these wood poles here, the wood logs that just make an A-frame, I guess. That's what this is.
I
So
mean,
the
if you think
A-frame here
about it, it
kind of
looks like an
determines.
A.
It does look like an A. The A-frame kind of determines how your roof is going to look. Now, I went for a curved one because, like I said, something you shouldn't do is build even numbers. This is an even number, so it's difficult to make a roof. So this here is actually 2 blocks wide instead of one, which is how I would have liked it. But I still managed to find a way around it, and it still looks pretty good. So I think
This
that's
is what
alright.
it looks like
And again, this
when it's one. As you can see, he has that extra strip of cobble just running through the middle, which actually, in my opinion, makes it look much more appealing to the eyes. I don't know about
yeah, it's a
you,
bit
but
cleaner.
if I seen a roof that is literally either flat or just bare bones, doesn't have any outlines to it, it's flat on the top like this, I wouldn't really be attracted to it. But having
It doesn't look very
this,
inviting.
exactly, having this, it kind of feels like it adds the extra 3D-ness, that's it, 3D-ness to the build and makes it pop out more. It's more appealing to look at.
Well said. Couldn't have said that better myself. Yeah, that's basically how it is. It just gives it a bit more of a dimension to it and makes it feel a little bit more real, I suppose.
Also,
But you know, we
if you
have to
think
remember
about it,
sometimes.
right? This was, let's say it was a flat roof, right? You pass underneath here, very bare bones. Flat, looks like shit. But you come here, it feels way taller. So imagine what it would be like on the inside, feeling way taller. It feels like, in my opinion, I feel like you'd feel like there's more space, space in the house, and you'd have a lot more to do.
Yeah, that's mainly to do with overhangs. Overhangs really do complement the build. See this wall here? If we look back, what, 2 builds ago, we see it's just a flat build, just boring, nothing on it. There's no overhangs, it's just walls, right? And then we come to this one, and we add a couple overhangs, and we give it a bit more presence, a bit more life, make it look a bit more like an actual house. And then you come to this one, and we've given it an extra overhang around the whole house. This really does give it that three-dimensional kind of build look, and it gives it more character, gives it more life, more atmosphere, and makes you want to investigate and have a look at the house because it does look like a house now. And I think that's really the big point of building in Minecraft is to make the best you can. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a good or bad builder, as long as you enjoy what you're doing. I think that's the aim of the game. So, you know, if you want to build things like this, or you want to build a dirt hut, as long as you enjoy the game, that's what matters, right?
In the end, that is really what matters. You build what appeals to you. Don't build for other people, build for yourself. If you like what you build, then keep it up. Even if you got a dickhead friend who keeps criticizing it all the time, just ignore him.
Alright, build what you want, when you want, right? Just don't build like Sean. That's basically the long and short of it. Right, here's the final build. This is my build with all of my magic touches to make it feel like it's a bit more homey and real and stuff like that. We've got gates, we've got hedges, we've got nice little tables out front. We've got a barbecue area, a couple bins. As you can see, I've put boxes in front of the windows, filled them with flowers, brown stained windows. We got Loads and loads of different stuff, loads of detail, loads of little bits that add character to the build. Now, if we walk through the house, go into the back garden, I just smacked my head on that. You can see there's loads and loads of different stuff out here. Loads and loads. We've got a little pond out here with
Oh, I really
fish in.
like
We
that
got
addition of the
trees. We got
pond.
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We got logs here that I don't know what they're there for, but they just look good. And we've got a little campfire here with some logs. You know, just enjoy your s'mores or some shit like that.
Time
We've
to
got
trigger
a
all
composter
the
bin here.
time to trigger all the OCD people right now. They're gonna be like, "Oh, those logs don't line up. They're off center."
It's rustic. Fuck off.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got triggered when I saw the build the first time.
Dude, you get triggered when the bristles on your fucking toothbrush don't all point in the same direction. I couldn't give a shit.
What toothbrush? Question mark. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Right, as we come inside, you can see things start to get a little bit more homey. Now, as we were saying earlier, with the you can, you know, the fuck what did I say earlier? The outside of the build will give you more room on the inside. Meaning, if you look at these four wooden poles here, you see we got a lot more room. And that's because if you come on the outside, these are the same wooden poles here. And I can prove that by breaking it. You see, the
It's your
same ones on the
A-frame.
inside are on the outside. Yeah, it's the frame of the house. Now the reason that's good is because if you go back here, I'll show you how I've done. I'll show you how I've done this and given us more room to make cool interiors. If we go back to the next house, right?
Previous house, idiot.
And you come back here, like the previous house, fuckface. But if you come back here and you're like, oh, this looks way smaller. All I've done is taken 2 blocks back and revealed this frame. That's it. And I've done that round the whole build. Done that round the whole build, and it's given it more room. Look how much more room this one corner has now
Now,
compared to the
honestly,
rest of them.
honestly, that surprised me a lot. Because when I walked in here the first time, I was like, yo, this is way too fucking small. What do you expect to build in here? You can't do anything in here. And he's like, right, let me show you. And after that, he said, go stand outside for a minute. I'll call you back in a minute. And when I walked in, I was like, yo, why does this feel more roomy all of a sudden? And that's when he explained to me. He showed me that he broke around the framing of the house. And I was like, that's actually a great idea. That reveals a lot and a lot of room.
It does, and it also makes it feel a lot more like a house because when you start opening things up, you end up with a lot more open plan design, which makes it feel so much more open, so much more inviting, just a warmer home. And I really like that kind of feel. I really try to go for that when I build things. So yeah, I think that's awesome. Also, look how much more room this gives you, just in this corner. Just in this corner. And we go back here and you're like, this is fucking boring. And then you come back over here and you're like, wow, dude, this feels like a
I
house.
mean, think about it. What would you
Just
build
those,
here? What could you fit in here that would look nice? There's not many things. You got the windows here and all that.
literally,
Very tight. But
what
you
what
walk over
people
here
normally do
and look at this.
is just this. People who don't really play Minecraft, this is what you would normally do. So correct me if I'm wrong. But you would just do that, put a door there, and then that's a room. You've now got a room here. Look how small this is, a 3 by 3 room.
And think about
Whereas
it.
when you do what I do, and you open it up, it becomes a lot more kind of inviting and open.
It does become more open. Plus, if you do this like this, think about it, right? This is your entrance. You walk into the house, you turn here, you see this plain wall, and then I thought this open space, you're like, oh, wow, this, nothing to do, right? Then you come to this side and you're like, what the fuck? Why is this so small? You just used up so much building space just by covering up that one wall. And you come in here, you got like what, a 3 by 3 area? Where in most cases a lot of people are going to say, well, that's easy to fill up. It is easy to fill up. But in real life, do you have a small room like that? You know? I mean, I know this is Minecraft, but
Yeah,
what are you
dude.
gonna do? Put a bed down, have a lamp here, a lamp here. There you go. Call it a room. Where the fuck's your TV supposed to go?
Exactly. Like I like building more kind of realistic things, but in the house we're gonna see in a minute, or you've just seen, there isn't a TV there, but it's still a nice kind of. You would want to live there if you saw that in the middle of the woods. It wouldn't be a house you'd run from. You'd be like, "Oh, that's sick. Let me have a look." Something else I want to point out is, yeah, this room feels bigger now, but in my opinion, this is still kind of small. Like, as rooms go, it's still kind of small. It is a lot bigger than this, and a lot better than this, but it's still kind of small. Do you know how you can combat that issue and make it feel a bit more open, even more?
Honestly, I'm kind of curious because I don't even know what you can do.
Well, there is a couple things you can do. One would be to either lower the floor, which is what we're going to do, and there is another way that I will show you in a minute. But this is the way I like to do things, which is, if you help me out with this, Sean, lower the floor just by one block. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. One block, and you will see how much more room you will have in this house, and it really, really will feel a lot more different, and you'll feel like it actually starts to open up and feel like a house. Now, I know not many people are going to go to these lengths, but you know, just ideas, because this doesn't work in every single situation. As you can imagine, not many things do work in every single situation. Let me just hang some lanterns so we can actually
Also,
see what we're doing.
just a quick tip for you guys because I learned this myself from Harry. When using half slabs, because light passes through, if you don't want to hang up lights all over your house, you can literally just put glowstone or something underneath, and it will literally make your whole floor light up, giving light to your room.
Yeah, that is a fact.
So if you're.
Sean, I don't know what you did, but you did half slabs. It's a full block.
Oh. See, even I still fuck it up. I'm smart.
It's what I'm saying. This is why this video is here, because for people who don't understand, you can play this as many times as you want, watch this as many times as you want, and maybe you'll understand it a little bit more. I'm here to help, kind of thing.
I'm not even gonna lie. This is my channel, and I'm probably gonna go back like numerous times to watch this video over and over again. It's just
Yeah,
it's
seriously, if it helps you, use it. That's what it's here for. That's the idea of it.
and if you know a shipbuilder, just copy the link and send it to him in private and just be
Tag
like,
him. No, don't. Don't. If you tag him in this and he gets to this point, be like, "You shipbuilder, you what?" You might start a fight. So I
we are
wouldn't.
not responsible for you losing your friendships.
Yeah, we're not responsible for someone wanting to PvP you in Minecraft.
And we are back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties over here. Or, like Harry likes to say, technical difficulties.
Difficulties. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. I just made that one up. Yeah, see, what was 3 seconds for you guys was about 45 seconds for us of absolute ear rape. So
Yeah.
you're welcome. We cut it out.
Um, you're also very welcome that this time I did not break Harry's headset, because last time that happened,
Yeah,
I had to
I
buy him a
fucking
brand new
broke it.
headset.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I didn't give him the money yet, but I had to buy him a new headset.
Oh, you didn't really buy it then, did you? If I bought
Shut
it
up.
and you go, oh, I had to
Shut
buy
up.
him a new headset,
Shut up.
but I paid for
I'll
it.
give it to you when I get
He
there,
bought me
okay?
something. This is how friendship works with Sean. He bought me something, but I had to pay for it. Makes total fucking sense.
Anyways, back to the
Total fucking
video.
sense. What a fraud. Why am I your friend? Anyway,
Buddy
back to the
friend.
video. You absolute dick. So now you see we dropped the floor down. It is a lot more spacious, and it gives you way more opportunity to do things. It makes it feel like an actual house. And I think that's a really, really good way of opening up things, just to make things feel a bit more homey, I guess. Now, I did say there was one more way of making this feel even homier. Is that a word?
Just give us a minute, right?
Probably not.
Now, this being said, right? You walk in the house. Let's say you were to go to the right. Look at this. Same level, boring. Don't really want to be here, right? But you walk in here, that's like, oh, this is actually kind of neat. I love how the floor drops down, and then look at the amount of space that we just created.
Yeah, you could probably stand on your own head about 4 times and still not be able to touch the ceiling.
I'm actually kind of curious.
That's insane.
Okay, come here.
No, we're not going.
Uh.
No, no, not happening. But yeah, if you guys want to copy this build, I don't blame you. But if you do copy this build and you leave it like this, that's completely up for you. You can do that. Like that, you can completely do this and leave it like that and just decorate it like this. I don't, I don't think that's a bad thing. Just if you do want to make the extra effort and make sure you have a build that people will enjoy being and seeing, do this.
And it's not really much more resource demanding if you're in survival. I mean, yes, this is all flat floor and all that, but if you think about it, all you're doing is digging out stuff and placing your floor down by like one block down.
Exactly. And honestly, this could work in your favor even more. Now, like I was saying, there is one more way to make this roof feel even bigger. And that is, if you see here, we have an extra layer of roof, which looks kind of stupid. Now, what I like doing is curving things off with stairs, upside down stairs, just place them like this. And it simply makes the build feel a lot more kind of real, I guess. It makes it feel a lot more kind of flowy and natural, and it just gives it all round a better shape instead of it being, what the fuck kind of placement was that? Anyway, instead of it being harsh edges and, just, well, just harsh edges. No one likes harsh edges, do they? Just looks ugly.
And
But I think this looks so much better.
look at this too. This is where it's uneven, right? He didn't use even numbers on this side. And look how easily he was able to fill up that space easily and not have to go through a million different ways of placing blocks just to get it to have one block here. You guys
I mean, look,
understand?
if you compare that to before and after, if you look at this side and look at this side, it looks okay. It doesn't look great. And if you compare it to this side, this looks so much better, in my
Right.
opinion. Like, I think this looks awesome.
Let's just
It just
walk in a
adds
straight
more.
line like this, right? Look how much room you just cleared up.
Yeah, now you can, like, have 4 of you stand on top of yourself even more. Like, it's way more room. No one's hitting their head on this, dude. Get the tallest man in Minecraft to walk through here, and he's fine. You could, bro, invite round every single Enderman you want. They're not hitting their head. They're good. Have
Let's
an
see now.
Enderman rave and have them all jumping up and down.
Oh, yes, please. Minecraft, we gotta
Dude,
have that
someone
happen.
link me on Twitter the link for that. I want to see it. Anyway, so yeah, this is a kind of just just this looks good. It looks good. It looks so much better than this side. Now this side doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look good. Let's light it up a bit so we can see how bad it does look. But it's well, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's Minecraft, if you know what I mean. It's just what you expect when you walk into a build.
See,
Whereas this is a little bit more than you expect.
the thing I've learned from Harry on Minecraft is, yes, everything is cubes, but if you want to build in Minecraft, don't build everything cube-like. Be different. If you come here, you look at this, you wouldn't see this as being a cube. It's a different shape. Whereas if you come here, it literally just looks like you made a rectangle. There you go. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's well said. And something I always say, and Sean can relate to this because he hears it like every 30 seconds, is your only limitation is your imagination. And I believe that to the core. Like, if you can think it, you can do it. Just find how. Just find out how. It's not, nothing's difficult, until you make it difficult.
All of you right
It's
now
just
must be
do
saying,
it.
well, it's hard to think about something. It's not really hard, and this is something I still need to work on. You need to open up more. Think outside the box. Go on YouTube, look at how people build their houses, right? Get ideas for them and incorporate them into your own build. Like if you look
Yeah,
here,
that's one thing I do want to say.
if you look here, had you have just built this house before, like let's say we would have done a tutorial how to build this house, a lot of you probably wouldn't have thought about breaking this up into multiple pieces. Now, take this effect, build yourself your own house, take this effect after you've done your framing, and it'll make the rooms in your house be a whole lot more spacier. And it'll be like, oh, this brings the build to life. You're
It's again thinking outside the box. This is squares.
literally
This
outside the
side,
box.
this side is well exactly. This is squares. This is boring. This is an oval room. You can't get ovals in Minecraft. This is pretty much the best we can do. Now this
Exactly.
looks interesting to me. Not only is it the step down that's intriguing, but if you walked into this house, the first place you're looking as you walk in is, what the fuck is that? This is cool. And then you look up around you, go, oh, the roof looks cool. Oh, look, there's a step down. That's awesome. Look at the windows. Look at the walls. No reference to any songs, but you get what I'm saying. It's cool. It looks better. It looks better than normal Minecraft shit. And there is also even one more step you can do to make this room look even cooler.
And what is that?
I'm glad you asked. I was worried, and I thought I was going to have to just go for it. Um, right, the last step I would do to this room to make it look better is, yes, it's cool shape. Yes, the roof looks good. Yes, you've got a floor that dips down a bit. But to me, and this is only really doable if you drop your floor down. Let me just mention this, otherwise you'll see it on the outside. This is only really doable if you drop your floor down by one block. But what I would do, just to frame this house or give it kind of more of an accent color, is go around it with any block of your choice until you find one that fits. I'm using, I think this is Junglewood. I'm using Junglewood to just go around the edges of the house, and it
And
kind
look,
of gives it like a border.
now you might be saying, yeah, well, you're going to see that on the other side of the house. No, you don't, because if you look clearly, you've got the grass layer that's outside right
Yeah,
there. That's what he was trying to say about if you drop it down, that's the only way it's going to work.
you have to drop it down one block because otherwise this is your floor layer now. Now you're one block underneath the ground. So this is fine. But if you was to place it here, you'd see it on the outside. So
Right,
this
just
only
place
kind
it
of
down
really
there just for the
works.
hell of it, just so we can see on the outside what it looks like.
Doesn't really look that good.
It doesn't look good. And if you think about it, because it's framed here, right, you probably won't change this one block right here. You're not going to think about it, right? Whoops. You're not going to think about it, and then you're just going to have that looking like this. Because in your head, oh, I don't need to change that. And then, in fairness, that looks stupid.
Now, there is ways around this. If you did want to have that band running around the room one higher, there is something you could do. Now, because these corner blocks, and bearing in mind, you may think I'm a genius for this, and you're not wrong. But
Bragging
what you
rights.
could do is, oh, for real, dude, but I'm fully taking it. If you wanted to do that, now you have this kind of issue, right? Where you can see the edges, right? But you can't, this is fine, but you can see this. This looks stupid now. Now there is a way around that, and I'm going to show you how you would get around that. Instead of me saying there's a way around it, why don't I just show you? So you'd need a grass block for this, which is easily acquirable, or a dirt block and just wait for it to grow again, and some trapdoors, and possibly any flower of your choice. And what we're going to do is just literally place some grass blocks here, and build like a little window frame, or window shelf thing,
That
plant
could
box,
work,
whatever you want to call
but
it.
you see, if
And
you
you can do
got
that,
if you got friends like
I'm not going to
Harry
notice.
that will literally notice any detail, you'll realize that here you've got the different type of wood that's showing. So that might trigger some of your friends, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's your build. You do what you want with your build. If
It
you
doesn't
like
matter
it,
what
you
they think.
build it.
If you think it looks good, if you think it looks good, do it. Hell, if you want to build the whole fucking house out of netherrack, do it. Tweet me a picture of it. That sounds awesome.
Oh,
I
actually,
don't think I've
please
used
do,
my
because
Twitter in
I
about
have
three
yet to
years.
see him build a house out of netherrack, and I want to see him try and outdo people.
No, I'm not building a house out fucking netherrack. It's not happening.
Right, so back to the old
That'll be a
house.
house. That'll be a house I will never build. Dad
No, go home. Go home.
jokes.
Go home.
Dude, I'm sick.
And look,
So yeah,
this is all decorated, right?
where's my fridge door?
Look at how spacious this house is. Even though with everything added to the house, it just looks so good. You got a
I'm
table you
sad.
can sit. There we go. Sit at ear. What the fuck? English.
Sit on ears. You sit on ears.
You got a table you can sit at here for supper or dinner, whatever you guys want to say. You got your fridge here that's apparently missing a door. You got your whole
Yeah, they
kitchen,
don't place on these.
and you've got a reading area.
Yeah, exactly. It's just simple as that. Let's walk through a couple of things that I do normally. These are barrier blocks. You can't really get them in survival. What you can do is use string. Now, string will work just as well. Is that there'll be a little white line there that looks like someone's left a jizz trail. But you know, or a spider's had a happy night. You never know.
So, and it's the
But
same for outside too,
anyway,
because you've got
yeah,
the
the barrier blocks.
you've got those rails there. But we all know you can't have rails that go up at an angle unless you got something under them, and string does not work.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a creative kind of build. But you know, if you do build it creative, there you go. There's a little life hack for you. Anyway, coming back on the inside, you'll see that the little table and chairs here. I think it's cool, and you know, we got like a little kitchen area, reading area, and something you're probably wondering about is I've got no storage. I've got one chest here, a fireplace, a laptop looking thing, and I have no storage. Well, you are wrong. All of your storage is in this floor here. These are all shulker boxes. That one's placed wrong. These are all shulker boxes. You can use these and fill these up as much as you want. All of your storage is in your house, but it's decorative. So you don't need to put any ugly chests anywhere because it all looks good. It blends in with your kitchen. It's a checkered floor. You've also got food dispensers. You know, like you put a door here. You might have to move it about though because apparently doors don't place on shulker boxes because they move, which is fair enough. But
But
you know, it's just these are all things you can do in Minecraft that look good. That isn't breaking the game. That you can build yourself a really nice house for survival or whatever.
to be fair, you could have one like that. It looks stupid.
I feel like iron trapdoors would look cooler.
Yeah, iron trapdoors would look cooler, but my point is, you could still place
That's a good idea.
trapdoors down and have that work. Here.
Yeah, fully. You fully could.
The only thing with
But yeah,
that
but
is
now you
that,
have the issue.
exactly, you'd have to find a way to power it so that it would always be getting its redstone signal
No,
to
you
be.
couldn't do that. You couldn't do that though, because then it would always be firing food.
It'll only fire food once. It's gonna fire it once, stop, Because yes, it's getting a constant signal, but you just placed that
Oh
block
yeah,
down
yeah, fair,
once.
fair, fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, another little thing I like doing is you see these extinguished campfire. Now it looks like you've got wood next to your actual fire to put in when your fire runs out.
And look
It's
at how
perfect.
he made his carpet. You have the light blue
Two
carpet, and
tones.
in the middle, he put his cyan carpet.
Like I'm saying, there's many different ways you could be creative in Minecraft to make a house look good. Also, something I wanted to do is see how this is open here. Well, I wanted to make a bedroom, and I didn't want it to be this open because it felt a bit revealing. So what I did is I just put a cool little arch here in the wall to add some detail. And now you've got a nice little bedroom here, nice chest, lantern, and a little kind of, just a slab on the wall to act like a table. And that's all you really need. Lovely little place. I would love to live here. I think it's awesome.
Oh, seriously, I would too.
Got a nice little garden, you've got a nice front garden, and you've got a lovely little house. And this is all done within Minecraft, no mods, no nothing, other than the barrier blocks, but you can substitute those for something else, so it's not that difficult. If you wanted to do something similar, you could. You could honestly put a glass block there, like just glass, and then it would probably act the same as it would act the same as a barrier block, except you'd be able to see it a little bit more. But does it matter?
Exactly.
Not really.
I mean, this is
So
pretty easy to make
if I,
too. You make a pond in the back of your
yeah, just
house, it just adds so much to the build.
yeah, just simple stuff. Trees, logs, anything you can add that you think will complement your build, do it. Because yeah, this house looks good on its own, but it looks a lot better with all this stuff around it.
I see, back to what we were saying earlier with the cobblestone slabs. You could, theoretically, place cobblestone slabs throughout the whole build like this, but it's going to look dumb. If you bring it up like one more layer like this, look how dumb that looks. It looks like you have a, two and a half, a 1.5 block that's deformed out of nowhere that's looking like shit.
I've just made
Unless,
it look decent.
that brings me back to my to the next point I was going to say, unless you do this, which would work in fairness, but then this looks off because since this is a one
Does look a little bit
block
special.
wide and this is 2 block wide, it doesn't flow well together, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it does. That looks perfect. See, I've done it now. Simple. That looks really good.
It's decent.
So you can do that. That was completely unplanned, by the way. I just completely fluked that. But yeah, you could do that, or you could not. It's simple as that. It's personal preference, really. You can copy this build completely to the exact if you want to, or you can just build it the parts that you like. Build the parts that you like, and do what you want to do. Or you can just watch this video to get ideas and see how I build things and use the same strategy as me. It's completely up to you. And that's what I'm trying to get at in this video. I think we've been doing this for long enough, recording this for long enough. I think you guys have got the idea.
If you guys would like to see some more videos like this, but where we actually build the house in person and have a commentary on it, let us know down in the comments. We might
Yeah, if you
listen.
want to see this, if you want to see this as an actual build I do, like a tutorial, I will do that.
And at the
Just
same
let us know.
time, you can be creeped out by the fact that Minecraft now has blinking eyes that really scares the shit out of
Honestly,
us. It looks creepy.
makes me not sleep.
I want to punch you. Every time you blink, I'm going to punch you. We're not doing this. I got a feeling I'm going to lose. He's going to set my game mode to survival and he's going to obliterate me.
Dude, I will make you fight bees, and the bees will kill you. There's
That's
bees in Minecraft now. Who thought of that?
exactly. There's bees in
Someone have a
Minecraft.
word with
If you
Mojang. Come on.
wanted to, in creative that is, you could literally add a beehive to your house as a decorative piece.
Don't add a beehive. Why would you add a beehive?
It's decoration.
Literal cancer. No, don't do that.
I would.
Decoration for what? Warts on your face? Don't do it.
I mean, it looks kind of cool until you go into survival mode and get
It
killed.
doesn't look cool.
Don't listen to him. Listen
It
to
doesn't
me.
look cool. We need to end this video, dude. This has gone on way too long.
Alright. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Pull up in the gold I'm leading. But them other man ain't feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.